Hey, what's going on, y'all? Welcome to the 6th episode of This Cavu Life. I'm Jack, and this is a really special episode for me. It's really kind of cool. I am recording this episode from my van. I installed the Lagoon table earlier today, and I've got a couple cushions sewn, thanks to my mom, and I'm able to record this sitting in the van. I actually had my first Zoom call earlier, so the Wi-Fi from the house comes out, and it's great. And I've got a camera set up, so I'm also recording my first vlog. So yeah, just a really cool day. It's been a pretty solid 5 months to get to this point. Some highs, some lows, but just kind of trying to take it in that, I built this with my two hands. And for those who have built vans and especially built their first van, it's a really neat feeling. I don't know how to describe it, but I've got my laptop powered up right now. It's plugged in, it's charging. I've got a camera that's charging as well. I've got lights. I've got a refrigerator. I put the fan on earlier when I had my Zoom call. It was getting a little warm, a little stuffy in here. So I opened up a window and turned on the fan. And the fan is directly over the table and the laptop. And I was really worried that there would be a lot of kind of that gray noise, that background noise. But I actually had my Zoom call with my business coach, and she's probably not going to be real happy to hear that I'm just now recording the episode. I should have recorded it yesterday. In my defense, and I'm not trying to make excuses, but in my defense, I actually thought today was Wednesday. We were on our call earlier, and she asked, how the episode was going, and I said, great, I'll push it out tomorrow. And she goes, no, today's Thursday. And so just kind of a mind fart on my end. But and I think that for those, I don't know, I guess I'm kind of speaking to the van build community and the van life community right now is, again, my story, I left corporate America back in June, and I'm in the process of launching a business. And so, there's Monday, Sunday, Tuesday, all the days just sort of roll together. And I lose track of time sometimes. So, real glad that we had our call today, and she reminded me that today is actually Thursday. So, I am recording this episode today on a January 14th. And, it's maybe subconsciously I knew that today I was going to put up the table. And so I thought, how cool would it be to record this podcast and the YouTube, the vlog of the podcast as well, sitting in the van. So, everything manifests itself, right? Got the table done and I'm here. But yeah, it's really cool to be able to sit here. And I'm not going to lie, for those on the podcast, if you haven't watched the video or whatnot, the lighting is really good in here. And the acoustics are really good too. So I must have done a great job picking the right wood and the right insulation. I don't know. So yeah. Okay, I'll stop rambling about that. So January 14th, we are in the middle of tax season. And I don't know about y'all, but I take it back. Taxes, I never really had an issue with in the past. Mine have always just been fairly simple. But this past year with the launch of my business, it's kind of taken a different path. And so, a lot more organization, a lot more just kind of keeping on top of receipts and whatnot. And my background prior to this chapter has been in the realm of project and program and portfolio management. So there's always a degree of some, of organization. And I'd like to say that I was pretty good at keeping programs and projects organized. Maybe a little too much at some points, but you know what? It served me well. But I don't know, just something about this new chapter and building a van, I feel all over the place a lot of the time. And so July, I bought the van, and it was about mid-August, early September that I just had a box of receipts. And one day I just started to kind of get anxious of like, how am I tracking these? I had a spreadsheet to start with. The spreadsheet kind of fell off and it's since been rebooted, but I had a spreadsheet to start with at one point. And then I thought there's just got to be a better way. There's got to be a better way to track all of these expenses and purchases that I'm making with the van. And there are 3 hacks that I would love to share with y'all that have really helped me. They've actually saved me the past, week or so. I've had my head down and really trying to get my taxes organized and prepared before I leave. The new goal being the end of the month. That's not really a goal. That's a for a lot of different reasons. I got to be out. I got to be on the road by the end of the month. So I don't want to carry around a box of receipts. I don't want to try to be figuring all of this out for 2020 when I'm on the road. So on poor weather days, on really, really cold, brutal days here in Georgia, which thankfully haven't been too many days, but on those really cold days, I've been doing my taxes and just trying to organize everything. And there are 3 hacks that I want to share that, again, they've really saved me. And so the first hack being, set up an Amazon account that is 100% related to the van build. And so, yeah, you got to maybe buy another Prime membership, but at the end of the day, it really pays off and it's worth it. And so once you've created that account, inside the account, I've got various wish lists. So you can create a wish list on items that you would like to buy or you want to keep track of, or at least keep an eye on. So the wish lists that I would create, I have one wish list that says future buys. So anything that I'm thinking of, anything somebody mentions, not quite there, ready to pull the trigger, I add that to the future buy section. And then I have wish lists of items that I did purchase, that I did buy. And I've broken those out by various categories of how I'm lumping parts of the build. So I've got a flooring category. I've got electrical, plumbing, tools, miscellaneous hardware, solar, you name it. I think I have an electronics as well. But I've got categories. So when I buy the item, I then add that item to that wish list. And so I've got a running track of just from an itemization, just a category standpoint. It's a lot easier to figure out how much I've spent on Amazon for electrical, for tools, etc. You get the idea. And so at the end of the day, at the end of the year, I know that I spent X dollars on Amazon for electrical. Now, I'd love to be able to do all of my purchases through small businesses, through Etsy, but the reality of it is it's just not possible. Amazon is our one-stop shop, and it offers, same day, 2-day shipping. So again, hack number 1, open an Amazon account that is 100% dedicated to your van build. And then break your wish list items out by category. As you buy the items, move those items into that wish list. It's a game changer. Hack number 2. If you can, open up a credit card for just your van build purchases. And open up a credit card that offers rewards or rebates at the end of the day that serves you as you go out on the road. So if a credit card gives great points or great cash back for gas or for groceries, that might be a best one. That might be the best one for you. I had a credit card that gave me a lot of airline miles. I don't need that right now. I bought a van to travel on the road. I'm not going to be flying as much as I have in the past. So that credit card doesn't necessarily serve me right now. So I opened up a credit card that was 100% related to that van build. If you own a small business and your business is run out of the van or somehow the van is incorporated to your business, again, you can open up a business credit card as well, do all the purchases there. I just want to put a little fine print disclaimer. I am not a CPA. I'm not a financial planner. Not my background. So everything that I'm saying is purely just my thoughts. So, make sure to do your research, make sure to reach out to whoever you talk to with your finances. But these are just little hacks and tips and whatnot that I've learned along the way. So hack number 2, open up a credit card, put all of your van expenses on that credit card, link that credit card to your Amazon account, all that good stuff. Hack number 3. I think this may only apply if you have your own business or you have an LLC. But if you have an LLC, you can open up a Home Depot Pro account. Your LLC does not have to be strictly related to, construction or services. And to a degree, your van is construction, right? So if you have an EIN number, you can open up an Home Depot Pro account. The great thing about this Pro account is every time I go to check out, I type in my number, and it prompts you to say, what is this job title? And you can break that out by your categories. So plumbing, hardware, tools, whatever it may be. I probably drive the folks behind me in line crazy because if I've got, I'm buying a router tool, I've got a Schluter bar for my tile in the kitchen, and I've got some some PVC piping for my plumbing, and oh yeah, I needed to buy, some butt splices. I will ring those up individually. Yes, that may be a little manic, but you can put in the job title and it saves you at the end of the day from having to sort through your expenses. Again, this is if you really want to get detailed with how much you're spending in each of the categories. So, not only can you categorize your purchases at Home Depot that way, you can also see a running total at the bottom of your receipt. So every time it prints out a receipt, it shows you how much you've spent under your account. So again, a real-time number of how much money you're spending at Home Depot to build your van. So combine that with your Amazon. For the most part, I think that's where a lot of people get a majority of their purchases outside of maybe the big solar, if you're using, I think it's like Vitron, or I can't remember that name. I didn't use them, or Renogy. You've got those accounts, or you've got those purchases there. But yeah, Home Depot Pro account. The other really great thing is it's linked up to an email address. So you log into your account online. All of your receipts are there. You have photocopies of the actual receipt that's printed out. They itemize it for you. So there are pictures of all of the materials, supplies, hardware, all that good stuff that you've bought. Again, if you're planning on either one, really understanding in detail how much you spent on your van and in which buckets or categories, this is a great option. 2, if your van or anything that you've bought can be considered a business expense. Again, I am not a CPA. I'm not a financial advisor. Please talk to yours before you do all of this. But this can also be a really great tool for holding on to receipts. God forbid you're audited. So more so, these 3 hacks just help at the end of the day if you're really interested and curious how much it costs to build your van. So those 3 hacks: open up an Amazon account that's 100% for your van. I know I buy a lot of personal stuff as well. It just keeps the 2 separated. Number 2, open up a credit card if you can, dedicated just to the van build. Start collecting points, start collecting rewards, cash back, whatever suits your life the best. Hack 3, open up an Amazon Pro account if you can. Yeah, these are just 3 things. Again, it's really interesting how, I like to say my past life, I was in program and project management where tasks and organization and charts and flows and all of that were just like king. And it's crazy how part of that has transferred into my new realm. Other parts haven't. Again, I'm really detailed and meticulous when it comes to keeping track of the van stuff. Personal stuff, that's a whole other story. I don't know, maybe it's the angel and the devil on my shoulder, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, 3 great hacks targeted more towards the van build community. But hopefully for those that aren't a part of the van build community, you may be able to take something from it. On YouTube, or you're watching this on the listening to this on the podcast through Spotify or Apple Music, whatever your choice may be. Would love to have your support. Appreciate you guys continuing to tune in each week. If this is your first time listening, welcome. What's up? So glad you're here. Hope Hope you all have a great week. Hope you have a great day. I'll see you on the next upload. Keep on journeying.